The waves whisper secrets to the shore. Each wave carries with it a story, a fragment of the past, a memory lost in time. The ocean is a keeper of secrets, a vast, unending repository of tales untold. Secrets the ocean refuses to give up. It holds them tight beneath its surface, in the depths where light cannot reach. The ocean's depths are dark and mysterious, much like the secrets it guards. The sun dips below the horizon, casting long, haunting shadows. These shadows stretch across the sand, reaching out like fingers, as if trying to grasp something just out of reach. The beauty of the sunset is tinged with a sense of melancholy. It's beautiful, serene, yet unsettling. The tranquility of the scene is deceptive, masking the unease that lingers in the air. The beach, though empty, feels alive with the echoes of the past. A chill hangs in the air, a constant reminder of the warmth that's missing. The mist rolls in, adding to the eerie atmosphere as if the beach itself is mourning a loss, a presence that once was but is no more. This island paradise holds a secret, a dark secret. Beneath its picturesque exterior lies a story of sorrow and mystery, a tale that has left an indelible mark on this place. It's a secret buried deep, hidden beneath the swaying palm trees and the turquoise waters. The island's beauty is a facade, concealing the darkness that lies beneath. A secret that whispers on the wind. The wind carries the voices of the past, the whispers of those who have been lost, their stories carried away by the breeze. 18-year-old Natalee Holloway came to Aruba for sunshine and laughter. She found something else, something sinister. What was meant to be a joyous vacation turned into a nightmare, a mystery that still haunts this island. Something she could never have imagined. The carefree days of her youth were abruptly shattered, replaced by fear and uncertainty. The shadowy figure in the distance symbolizes the unknown, the danger that lurks just out of sight. What happened on this idyllic island to snatch away a young life? The question lingers, unanswered, casting a pall over the beauty of the island. The empty beach stands as a silent witness to the tragedy, a reminder of the promises unfulfilled and the secrets still buried in the sands. 2005. Graduation. A time of celebration, a time for dreams, the culmination of years of hard work, late-night study sessions, and the forging of lifelong friendships. It was a moment that marked the end of one chapter and the beginning of another, filled with endless possibilities and the promise of a bright future. Natalee Holloway, a bright, beautiful young woman from Alabama, was ready for her future. She had dreams of becoming a doctor, of traveling the world, and of making a difference in the lives of others. Her infectious smile and kind heart made her beloved by all who knew her. Her first stop, a graduation trip to Aruba with her classmates. It was a trip they had been planning for months, a chance to unwind and celebrate their achievements in a tropical paradise. The excitement was palpable as they boarded the plane, their minds filled with visions of white sandy beaches and crystal-clear waters. The island welcomed them with open arms, promising sun-drenched days and carefree nights. Aruba, with its vibrant culture and stunning landscapes, seemed like the perfect backdrop for their celebration. They spent their days exploring the island, soaking up the sun, and creating memories that would last a lifetime. Laughter echoed through the halls of their hotel. The group of friends bonded over shared experiences, their joy and camaraderie evident in every moment. They played games by the pool, shared stories late into the night, and reveled in the freedom that came with being young and on the cusp of adulthood. The scent of sunscreen and tropical cocktails filled the air. The days were a blur of sunbathing, swimming, and sipping on colorful drinks, each one more exotic than the last. The island's laid-back vibe was infectious, and they quickly fell into the rhythm of island life. They were young, they were free, and they were invincible, or so they thought. Nights were spent dancing under the stars, the sound of the ocean waves providing the perfect soundtrack to their carefree revelry. They felt untouchable, as if nothing could ever go wrong in their perfect paradise. But beneath the surface of paradise, a current of danger lurked. The island's beauty masked a darker side, one that they were blissfully unaware of. As they laughed and danced, shadows began to creep in, unnoticed by the group of friends who were too caught up in their own world to see the warning signs. Did they notice the shadows lengthening, the smiles fading just a little too quickly? The carefree days began to take on a different tone, as a sense of unease started to settle in. The island, once a haven of joy and freedom, now seemed to hold secrets that were just out of reach, waiting to be uncovered. The air crackled with excitement. Carlos and Charlie's, the heart of Aruba's nightlife, pulsed with energy. Natalee and her friends, caught up in the rhythm of the island, danced the night away. They laughed, they drank, they lived in the moment. It was a night like any other, filled with music and the promise of new friendships. Among the faces in the crowd, a stranger smiled, a chance encounter, a fleeting moment. But some encounters have the power to change everything. Was this the moment Natalee's fate was sealed? May 30th, 2005. Dawn broke over Aruba, painting the sky with a deceptive tranquility, but something was wrong. Terribly wrong. Natalee Holloway was gone. 1 minute she was there, laughing with her friends. The next, she vanished, swallowed whole by the night. Her friends searched frantically, their calls echoing through the empty hotel corridors. Hope turned to fear, then to a chilling certainty. Something terrible had happened. Where did Natalee go that night? Who was the last person to see her alive? Section 5. Shifting Sands. Joran van der Sloot, a young man with a cold, calculating gaze, stares out from a news clipping. His face, now infamous, is etched into the collective memory of those who followed the case. The story of Natalee Holloway's disappearance is one that has haunted the island of Aruba and captivated the world. It is a tale of mystery, intrigue, and unanswered questions. The headline screams, "Missing! Enter Joran van der Sloot," a Dutch student, a familiar face in Aruba's nightlife. He was known to frequent the island's clubs and bars, blending in with the tourists and locals alike. But on that fateful night, he became more than just another face in the crowd. He'd been seen with Natalee the night she disappeared. His story changed like the tides. First he claimed he didn't know her, then he admitted to leaving the club with her. The inconsistencies in his statements only deepened the mystery. What really happened that night? The questions lingered, and the answers seemed just out of reach. He claimed he didn't know her, then admitted to leaving the club with her. His demeanor during police interrogations was unsettling. At times he appeared calm and collected, while at other moments he seemed agitated and defensive. The shifting sands of his narrative left investigators and the public alike grasping for the truth. He said he dropped her off at her hotel, then said he left her on the beach. Each version of his story painted a different picture, none of which provided the closure that Natalee's family so desperately sought. The beach, a place of beauty and tranquility, became a symbol of loss and unanswered questions. Each version of the story contradicted the last, each denial more unconvincing than the one before. The inconsistencies were glaring, and yet no concrete evidence emerged to either confirm or refute his claims. The sands of time continued to shift, and with them, the hope of finding the truth seemed to slip further away. His eyes, cold and calculating, held a chilling truth. They seemed to hide more than they revealed, a window into a mind that was both enigmatic and unsettling. The public watched, transfixed, as the story unfolded, each new revelation adding another layer to the mystery. Was he a witness or something far more sinister? The question lingered in the air, a haunting echo that refused to be silenced. As the investigation continued, the world watched and waited, hoping for answers that remained elusive. The shifting sands of this case left an indelible mark on all who followed it, a reminder of the fragility of truth in the face of mystery. Section 6. A desperate search. The island, once a paradise, transformed into a hunting ground. Volunteers poured in, their faces etched with worry, their hearts heavy with a shared grief. They scoured the beaches, their flashlights cutting through the darkness. Divers plunged into the depths of the ocean, searching for any sign, any trace. The air buzzed with helicopters, their blades churning the air, a symphony of desperation. But Natalee remained elusive, her disappearance a cruel puzzle with no solution in sight. Would the island ever surrender its secrets? Section 7. The world is watching. The story spread like wildfire. Natalee's face, frozen in time, a portrait of youthful innocence, stared out from television screens and newspapers across the globe. The world watched, captivated and horrified, as the mystery unfolded. The idyllic island of Aruba, once a symbol of escape and tranquility, became synonymous with tragedy and unanswered questions. Tourists canceled their trips, their paradise lost, replaced by a chilling reminder of the darkness that lurks beneath the surface. Was this the end of innocence? Section 8. A family's anguish, a mother's worst nightmare. Beth Holloway, Natalee's mother, became a symbol of strength and resilience in the face of unimaginable loss. Her grief, raw and palpable, resonated with millions. She traveled to Aruba, her heart breaking with each passing day, her resolve hardening with each dead end. She refused to give up hope, clinging to the belief that her daughter was still alive somewhere. But as the days turned into weeks, the hope dwindled, replaced by a dull ache of uncertainty. Could a mother's love overcome such a profound loss? Section 9. Shadows linger. Years passed, seasons changed, but the questions still lingered on. The investigation continued, hampered by dead ends and inconsistencies, leading to frustration. Joran van der Sloot, the prime suspect, remained free, his smirk a constant torment to Natalee's family and friends. Whispers of cover-ups and conspiracies swirled, casting a long shadow over the island and its justice system. The truth, it seemed, was buried deep, hidden beneath layers of deceit and misdirection. Would justice ever be served in this case? Section 10. A Mother's Plea. The search for Natalee Holloway continues. Her disappearance remains a chilling reminder of the vulnerability of innocence, the fragility of life. The island of Aruba, forever scarred by tragedy, stands as a silent witness to a mystery that may never be fully solved. But one thing is certain, Natalee deserves justice. Her family deserves answers. If you know something, anything at all, speak up, break the silence. Let Natalee's story be a reminder that even in paradise, darkness can lurk, and that sometimes, the most beautiful places hold the darkest secrets. Don't let her memory fade.